Hi guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today we continue again with another reading on the one-on-one relationship between BTS's members. This is going to be the 20th one that we'll be doing, and this one and one more to go and we're finished with this series. Yeah, just the usual warning before we start. This is not about ship. I'm only looking at the energetic exchange and connection between two people and two souls. So if there's anything I say that would not fit into your personal belief, then you feel free to leave it. There's no need to be defensive. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeah, just a warning. I don't cherry pick the cards, and I don't sugarcoat anything. So I will tell you everything I can pick up from the cards. And yeah, I just picked one pair out of two in the jar, and we'll see which duo are we doing a reading on today. So I think this is gonna be the last duo with Jungkook. So it's Hopekook, it's J-Hope and Jungkook, Hoseok and Jungkook, Hope and Jungkook, however we want to call them. This is also like a very cute duo to me, so it will be interesting to look at their connections. And I personally feel like Hoseok has a really good and stable connections with all the members, because to be honest, J-Hope has the most stable and consistent energies I've ever met in any person. So yeah, he's very in control of his energy and emotions and thoughts as well, which is one of the things I really admired about him, even though he's younger than me. But I'm like, dude, you have a lot of respect for me for that. So we're using this one on the general energy of their connections. This one's gonna be on Jungkook's perspective, and this one's gonna be on Hoseok's perspective. I will also insert the spread explaining how this reading works. Just with the tarot cards. So now we're looking at the past energy of the connection between Hoseok and Jungkook. How it started out for them, how was it when they first met each other, and like the initial stage of their connection, how was it, like, yeah, the past energy, the connection between Jungkook and Hoseok. Wow, I almost dropped this card. Oh my god, this is so cool. Wow. Oh my god, it's like it's super energy. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and then we've got the Wild. Wow. So it's major arcanas and very important major arcanas as well. So this was very significant energy, very significant in their life. Of course, all BTS's connections with each other are very significant in their life, but this is like very, very powerful and very impactful on their lives and their personal development. So this is the past energy that we're looking at. So the Wheel of Fortune, like, they met each other. It's like fated. It's fated that they met each other, and it's fated. But yeah, it's like, well, I kind of sense. Oh no, it was because this card was blindfolded, so I felt like they met each other, and then they knew that they needed each other in their lives to achieve whatever it is that they want. They knew that they had to be on this wheel together, even though that they didn't know, they weren't sure sure if it is gonna work out, or like how were they gonna make it work. But they were like ready to jump on this wheel together when they met in the past. Like, they really trust each other as well. Like, yeah, lot of trust and kind of like dependency as well. So they kind of like they felt like they can depend on each other, and they also like, oh my god, I need this person to make this wheel work, to make this wheel of fortune work, to make the future that I imagine with BTS work. I need this person in my life. Like Jungkook and Hoseok both thought the same, and they kind of like they jump on this wheel, even blindfolded, and like they were like, we don't know if it's gonna work, or like we don't know what we have to do to make it work, but let's just try first and let's just do it. Yeah, and also the world signifies to me like they've gone through a lot before they got to this stage. I feel like this is more about Hoseok, but it's also about Jungkook as well. Like Jungkook has to leave his town, his city, his family. He's very young. It's like a really big step for him. Like he had to leave all this behind and like take on a new life. And to Hoseok, it's like he has gone through a lot of, I guess, struggle with this shedding the skin. Yeah, I felt like he has gone through a lot of disappointment. He got a lot of disappointment. Dreams failed for him before he met Jungkook, like before BTS started. So yeah, he was disappointed. He wanted to give up. Yeah, and then the fact that oh my god, wasn't that like that time when Hoseok wanted to leave BTS as when they were very new as a project, and like he wanted to leave them, and Jungkook was the one who like drew him back to the group. Like he cried so much that that Hoseok like he felt bad for leaving, I guess, and like also because he trusted Jungkook and the other guys, and also like he felt the connection between them was fated, so he stayed, and it is what it is. It is here. It's like they change each other's life. Oh, I'm getting chills. So now we're looking at the current energy of their connection between Hoseok and Jungkook. How's it going for them now? What's going on between them now? Oops. Oh, this is nice. We've got the Knight of Cups. No, this is not the Knight of Cups. This is the Knave of Cups. This is Page of Cups. What am I saying? And the Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh, okay. So for now, I feel like, well, because Cups is like mostly talking about emotions and relationship and like romance. So I feel like they are having different interests now. So so it's like this one is like this one's like looking for something far away. And this one's also like looking for, yeah, this one almost like this energy is like looking for love and looking for affection, or like hoping for something to work. Like he shoots his arrow and he hopes that it would land on someone decent, like for himself, because everyone around him is coupled up. So he was like looking for his love, this cat, but with this Queen of Cups, it's like a dreamy situation. It's like looking to the future, but like it's in reverse. So I feel like the future could be quite unrealistic, or like this person is kind of what am I looking at? So this person is kind of neglecting the reality or the present a little bit, like it's too dreamy, or lives in his she lives in her imagination a little bit too much. So when we took these two cards together, it's interesting. How's it going between them? For now, I feel like one of them possibly had, like with the goods, because with this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, I feel like one of them has already been in a relationship, and like they're planning for the future. They're planning for the far future, and it might be something that is hard for now, like something is very far in the future, like given the current situation, and also given the prospect of the prosperities or the possibility of BTS's career, it's pretty difficult to plan a romantic future. So I feel like one of them, Jungkook or Hoseok, I don't know, possibly Jungkook with all the others readings I've done. Yeah. And that leaves the other one's Hoseok. So he was like kind of looking for love, or he has his love interest on someone. He's hoping for it to work. Why does it come out in Jungkook's or Hoseok relationship reading? I feel like because they're quite close to each other, and they can share with each other about their romantic situation. So they kind of like they have each other's back, and they support each other a lot in their romantic relationship. So now the main things going on between them, the main direction of their energies at the moment is like focusing on their own romantic interest, but they always have each other's, like they always care about each other, and they always ask like how's it going with your partners and kind of things. Yeah, that's what I pick up with this cards for the current energy. It's interesting that we've got like two cards. It would be more interesting if we had two now. So where's the future possibility between Hoseok and Jungkook? The connection of Hoseok and Jungkook. Right, we got one. Is it Nine of Pentacles? This is interesting. So I'm still looking at this true card to see if like there's anything I can get out of them before move on to the next card. I feel like they know pretty well about each other's romance interest. Yeah, they know, and they probably like give each other advices. And I don't know, I feel like if they struggle in their own romantic romance, then they would come for the other person for advice, or just to like, you know, confine. Yeah. And Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is usually not a very comfortable situation to be in, because you know, like this cat is trying to stay afloat while the shark is like the sharks are circling around him. He has to stay. To be able to stay afloat, you have to put a lot of. You have to spend a lot of energy on doing so, and you have to be always on alert. That is what it is with this card. Like staying very alert in a quite and alarming and dangerous, kind of like threatening situations. So when it comes to relationship and connections, and this is the future possibility of Jungkook and Hoseok, I feel like, how should I interpret this? I don't know, let's draw another card. I need another card to clarify this. clarify this Knight of Pentacles. Oh, what? This is interesting. Because we've got Ace of Wands and Death in reverse, both in reverse. So I feel like what causes the situation of the Knight of Pentacles would be an ending of something. But it's like Ace of Wands talks about inspirations and passions and possibly like romance. But I'm hearing like more passion about their career. But still, I feel like there's a lot of tensions with this Knight of Pentacles. And given the cards, the tensions seems like come out from nowhere for me. Then we've got Death in reverse and Ace of Wands in reverse. So the only thing I can see from these cards is like it's like probably some of them would have to go through some kind of like disappointment or probably failure or some kind of like realizations. The kind of realization that makes you give up on something, like it makes you cost you something, it costs you to lose something, and then because of that realization or because of that loss or because of that devastation, then you would kind of be like tensed up with other people around you, not particularly with the other person in this connection, but probably with everyone. And then it's just like this feeling of being closed off and being cautious, or just this unnecessary tensions you put up with other people in order to like seal up the energy around you and like kind of like protect your own energy. I don't particularly pick up what like who is this gonna happens to in between Jungkook and Hoseok, but it's the only thing that I can seem to make sense of these three cards. I think we're probably gonna leave it for now and then maybe go back to them in the future and see, or maybe we'll see with other cards coming up, but I don't feel like it's gonna come out because back again, like to me Hoseok, he has this power to control his energy and he kind of like he can seal off other people if he wants, so it's sometimes hard for me to pick up his energy. And when we're reading the relationship between someone like Hoseok and someone like Jungkook, Jungkook is also very like he's introvert, and even though it's easy to pick up on his energy, he hides his emotions and his thinkings very well, so it's also pretty like it takes a while to get into Jungkook kind of energy. So but again, I don't understand because like these cards are pretty alright, but then this is totally like unnecessary tensions around these three cards and I can't seem to make sense of them. It has never happened before, but maybe we'll be able to see like moving on in this reading, but also if anything comes up in the future we can go back on this reading and try to make sense of it. But are we looking at Hoseok's perspective on his connection with Jungkook and how Hoseok sees his relationship with Jungkook? Knight of Pentacles. Right, so we've got Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, I feel like the way Hoseok sees his relationship with Jungkook is like they help each other to grow, and they help each other on this journey. They help each other to reach the destinations or the places that they wanted to go. Yeah, and they share with each other a lot of the burdens along the way. They definitely help each other grow in like career-wise and like worthiness and possessions, like material possessions, kind of like, yeah, they really the relationship really helped Hoseok to grow, especially with like materials, which makes sense because they work as BTS. Yeah, but then sometimes I feel like it could be sometimes I feel like they could be pressuring on each other a little bit too much in terms of work, and they can get on each other's nerves while walking. Like sometimes they would have clashing opinions at work, but I think that's normal. You need that to grow, in a professional environment anyway. So now we're looking at Hoseok's role in his connection with Jungkook. What is Hoseok's role in his connection with Jungkook? No, that's way too many cards. Okay, so we've got 6 of chalices. Usually 6 of chalices is like, it talks about like memories and experience in the past that you're always like reminiscing about. But when I look at this card, and when we were talking about Hoseok's role in his connection with Jungkook, I didn't pick up that vibe, but what I pick up is like it's a very soothing and calming and healing feeling, because this woman, she's like bathing in the rivers with all these auras going on, and then this is light auras, and also the flowers are floating around her, so it's a very serene scenery. It's a calming and healing feelings. So I feel like, and it also makes me feel really warm as well. So in this connection, the Hoseok's role is definitely someone who's soothing and healing and calming to Jung, and also to their energy exchanges as well. So it's, yeah, it's also a very warming feeling as well. So Hoseok's definitely the one who's like nurturing and heals and healing and calming and soothing. I'm keep hearing these words, but yeah, that's what it is. It's a great sense of comfort as well. Yeah, this reminds me of the other days, like in the zoo, the very last beat when they was recording their OST, the soundtrack. When Hoseok was sitting on the couch and Jungkook just gently wrapped his arm around him. And also, I'm seeing a lot of Jungkook hugging Hoseok, and it's like Hoseok gives him a lot of warmth when he does that, and so it's just so soft about it. Yeah, that's what it is. So now we're looking at how Hoseok see Jungkook in their connection. Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is someone who's very indecisive. Someone who likes to spend a lot of time on making decisions, which makes sense. I've said this a lot about Jungkook. It's it's not easy for him to make a decision on the spot. He's always contemplating between options, and even though he has the ability to really do well in one certain things, if he choose anything, if he choose to do anything and put his mind on it, he would be very excellent in it. But the hardest thing for him is to choose what it is that he wants to do. And maybe sometimes that goes into the connection between him and Hoseok as well. It's hard for him to make decisions. But I don't feel like there's decisions to be made in these connections. Not like major one that he has to contemplate about. But it's just the overall way the most significant things that Hoseok sees that Jungkook needs to work on. It is his indecisiveness. Yeah, but I don't feel like Hoseok wants to make an impact on that. He doesn't want to put pressure on Jungkook to make decisions, and he doesn't want to be the one who tells Jungkook what to do and what to choose. He was just observing, and he probably tells Jungkook like, maybe you need to work on this, but he would not be the one who teach, or he would not be the one who take actions on pushing Jungkook to change about this thing. So now we're looking at Jungkook's perspective on his connection with Hoseok. So we're looking at how Jungkook sees his connection with Hoseok. We've got the 9 of Wands. This is awesome. So it makes sense. It makes sense with all of this. Is also staircase to heaven, staircase to prosperity, the staircase to achievement and accomplishment. So Hoseok's definitely one of the step, or the one of he helped Jungkook to build the steps to achieve whatever it is that Jungkook wants. So this relationship, this connection with Hoseok is very significant for Jungkook in order to pursue his passion and to build up his career, to build up his way to achieve what he wants. It's the same energy. I like to see that. So now we're looking at Jungkook's role in his connection with Hoseok. What is Jungkook's role in his relationship with Hoseok? Oh, we've got daughter once, and wow, okay, so we got another fire. So on Jungkook's side, he would have fire in his chart. I'm gonna have to look it up later. But daughter of one is someone that's very, very passionate, very like playful as well, but also protective. So I feel like in this connection around Hoseok, Jungkook would be very playful and naughty as well, and he can be very clingy. Like he would cling on to Hoseok, wrapped his arm around Hoseok. He can, like, I don't know, like sometimes he would hug Hoseok more than he would hug his other hyungs. Like he would be more open and natural to hug Hoseok more. That's just what I pick up from looking at this snake. but yeah, and now I'm keep seeing how Jungkook hugs Hoseok all the time, so I'm like, oh, that's warm and that's cute, and like that's the playful side he shows when he's with Hoseok. I'm also very protective, and also like inspiration. So I feel like when Hoseok looks at Jungkook, I get inspired about a lot of things. And I'm sensing a sense of pride as well. So Hoseok looks at Jungkook and he feels pretty proud, like he has raised his own kids, kind of feeling. But yeah, I'm just picking that up from that card because of like how this blossoms are coming out of this branch, this stick. Yeah, it's a token of hope as well. So Jungkook is one who brings in a lot of like playfulness, warmth, protection, inspiration, pride to Hoseok and this connection. It's so cute. And the last tarot card, I think we'll take them, but it's gonna be on how Jungkook sees Hoseok in their connection. Ooh, wow! Wait, what? Got Six of Cups again, so repetition. But this Six of Cups has quite different energy, and we'll talk about that. And then we've got Eight of Chalices, Eight of Coins. Makes sense. To Jungkook, Hoseok, someone who works very hard, who works, and he's very meticulous with his work. He puts a lot of effort in. He's very organized, very very well organized. Like it's like the spider making his web like perfectly to the inches. So Hoseok is very meticulous, very particular at in work, and very very hardworking, very organized. And Jungkook admires that a lot about Hoseok. And also to Jungkook, Hoseok knows a lot about. He's the master of his craft. So anything at all, Jungkook can always come and ask Hoseok for advice or for guidance in terms of work. He also manages his finance very well as well. And I think that's what Jungkook needs to learn from him as well. What else can we say about this? And also, like, Hoseok is building his own path, like he's building his own empire, his own style. Yeah, he's building his own thing. And he has been working really hard, and he spent a lot of, probably the past 3 years on working on this. I think his style and like a genre that we can pick up the vibes from, like Hope the World and then Chicken Noodle Soup and Ego. He's building his own style and genre, and it's very distinctive from other BTS members. And then we've got Six of Cups, which is also the Six of Cups, but here is a little bit different. So it's also very hardworking, and like the way Jungkook looks at Hoseok is like there's a lot going behind the scene. Like Hoseok works extremely hard behind the scene, and he works in silence, and like nobody really see how much he has grown until he finally decided to put it out to the world. Also it goes with building his own style, so he's working very hard on it, and once he drops the things that he's done doing, then everyone's gonna be shocked about it. And I feel like because they've shared each other a lot, so Jungkook has known all the process of Hoseok working on his own project, on his own style, his own things. So there's a lot of admiration and inspiration as well as what I'm getting from this, looking at this. And also Hoseok is very good at using different sources and different people drawing in inspirations from different things in life, and I think that's what Jungkook really wants to learn from Hoseok. So I feel like overall they really supportive of each other. They give each other a lot of comfort in healings and calmings, and they also teach each other a lot and learn from each other a lot as well. I really don't pick up anything more from this. Maybe we have to like go back to it later, but yeah, let's move on to the oracle cards. That's like never happens before, but we'll see. So Hoseok and Jungkook. To me, from these cards, they feel like really close friends. Maybe like Hobi and Sunbae kind of feelings. But it's more than that. It's like it's almost like siblings. But you know, like I don't know, like siblings with a lot of. No, that would not be a sufficient example. I don't know. It's just it's a very close friend, but it has a little bit of separation, like hierarchy separation. Like they still Hyung and Dongseong, but more like friends, if that makes sense. Like they share with each other a lot, they support each other a lot, but there's a certain level of admiration and teaching and learning done between them that makes them still the Hyungs and the Dongseong that they were supposed to be. And then we've got the heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eyes. So there's more going on than what we can see, basically. Ooh. I think it could be talking about like how they really love and support each other and really like really connected more than what we can see or more than what they let us see. Ooh, but luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. I'm getting the, I don't know, it's meant to be here. So it could be talking about Hoseok is like luck is on his side when he was trying to build his own style, I guess, and also it's also around this area. So whatever it is that is gonna come with these three cards, they have the luck to pull through it, and it's not gonna cause too much tension, like this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. go first, the universe will catch you. Oh, so this could talk about the decision when they met, like they decided to take the leap of faith with each other, trusted in each other, and also in the project, which is BTS. But it also goes with like luck is on your side as well. So probably one of them is gonna push out a new mixtape or a new musical project, or they're building something, and it's gonna be something new that they have to, you know, kind of take a leap of faith. It's like just do it. There's no, and also when I see this too, sort of like Jungkook spends too much time contemplating between doing or not doing. So maybe it's just tell him to take a leap of faith and just do it. If you keep, you know, going over and over, it's never gonna happen. Oh, and then we've got Lemuria creating heaven on earth is happening. So, ooh. So one of them is like, soon is gonna push on something. Prepare for a mixtape. But then also this Lemuria is the feeling of, it's a place where you can heal. And it calms your nerves, and like it's very soothing environment. It's like a oasis. It's like a resort for you to retreat and rejuvenate your energy. So it totally goes with the Six of Chalices, and I feel like overall these connections, they're very comfortable with each other, and they can come for each other to like feel calm and feel kind of relaxed and healed. So yeah, it's like they can confide in each other and find a way to comfort each other, which is really nice. And I keep seeing Jungkook hugging Hoseok in a very comfortable way, like he has always done that in Bon Voyage, and in BTS in the soup, and he can be really like childlike around Hoseok, which is so cute. And the last oracle card we will have, we have 3 cards. We'll take them all. Yep. My energy creates my reality, and what I focus on is what I will manifest. Oh, I think this speaks to Jungkook about his Two of Swords. Like, just pick one and focus your energy on it. There's no needs to, well, there's no use to spend too much time contemplating what it is, what is better, but you make it better by choosing to put your energy into it. So maybe if he does that, maybe he will be the first one to release his mixtape out of them too. Then we've got, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Again, it's about focusing your attention and changing your perspective. And the leap of faith. And then we've got, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this sphere through the eyes of the teacher of love. Like it talks about realizing your dark side and like realizing your dark side and accept it and use it to make your light brighter. Isn't that the message that BTS would try to convey with Map of the Soul 7? So yeah, I feel like together with this connection, they learn how to do that, like between Hoseok and Jungkook, but also as BTS as well. It's all the mess. It's all a journey that they've learned together, and they would try to send out the message to us fans, which is quite significant. But I feel like if we just listen to it, then we feel, oh, it's a nice message. But once you actually go through it, then you would really, really appreciate their intention to do so. So yeah, I feel like this is all that I have for the connection between Hoseok and Jungkook. I feel like this is gonna be a little bit shorter than the other readings, but the messages are quite straightforward, and also yeah. Well, that leaves one last reading to do on this series, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the last readings of this series. Bye!